So you could go the festival route, right? But it can be quite depressing to go to a film festival and having like Q&A and like nobody shows up as well, even though you have like a big success and are an international name. Just going like this for a little time, just paddling, that's also really sweet to not have, you know, a certain thing or a certain expedition. Because usually when we paddle, it's been mostly kayaking, and it's been this expedition type of thing where you go for a couple of days. And I mean, that's really sweet, sleeping, you know, on an island, just like putting your tent up and hanging out and, you know, making a fire, drinking some booze, that sort of thing. But how do you see it progressing then? Like the build-up, how is that gonna be in theory?
When it comes to the behind-the-scenes series, if we talk like, that's sort of the main series as well. But then I've talked to F-stoppers and also filmmaking stuff. And both of them really like the idea, and they're really keen on like writing it something and cover it all.
The whole tutorial series.
Yeah, the whole tutorial series, which will give a huge push.
How was it? Oh, the best thing I've eaten since yesterday. My thought of this is that, so you can go the festival route, right? You can go to festivals, you'll get some exposure and all that, but most of you get the glamour of being in like the center of attention for a while and like it being that thing.
Yeah.
But it can be quite depressing to go to a film festival and having like Q&A and like nobody shows up as well, even though you have like a big success and are an international name. Or just like, okay, people come, but all of them work at the festival. And like I've traveled right across the world and still like nobody shows up. I've gotten used to it, but still it can be like a shock, I think, to people. Almost. Oh. Oh. We're on the icebreaker in Nadigen, one of Sweden's most pretty and picturesque lakes that there are. Nobody actually knows about it. Not even you.
I didn't know about it.
It's actually a really crappy lake. The last thing my wife said yesterday was, yeah, bring your inflatable jackets. And then I forget the jackets and the gloves. Brilliant brain, but it's morning, so. But I'm actually super comfortable in this one. I know that it's super stable. If Andre doesn't do anything really, really stupid.
You never know.
Yeah. For 98% of the filmmakers, it does not make sense to focus on film festivals.
But we have a good start and we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Either way. Okay, so let's see what happens then.
Yeah.
All right. Bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Most people don't do as much as we do in-house. Most people put the PR on somebody else. We just thought that if we learn it, how hard can it be to do it the second time? We can probably sell it to Netflix. And that's our whole model. Building something that's interesting, like socially interesting and relevant. And then trying to like shorten the whole time span. Because I think it sucks that you have to have like a festival, then like 3 years later your film comes out. What stupid came up with that idea. Like, I don't want to be part of that system. I want to have stuff that it's going out and it's happening, and like you have a real relationship with an audience when I think it's interesting. So either way, that was my thoughts on this whole mess that we're in with the web series. Hopefully it sells to Netflix. We don't know. You don't know. If it sells, this is gonna be a party. Bye-bye. We actually got a meeting with an agent, and I didn't know that much about like who it was. So what do? They're the agents for Will Smith, Scorsese, Spielberg, all those. And I'm going there in shorts and cap and yeah, my Hawaii shirt. Why not?